all around me are familiar faces. Um, and depressed people are lunatics now. It's not mental. Yeah. So apparently, depressed people are just lunatics now, which is news to me. I just thought we went to a book
This
club.
comes off the bat. This comes off the bat with Bianca. Bianca having depression and her launching a fucking rock into Reese's car. Like the fucking best fucking hammer throw I've seen in my life. Ooh, fucking shot put in that fucking thing. She should be on a shot put team. They do teams of shot putters. Isn't it usually just one? There's only one fucking.
Probably.
There's only one fucking. Or the discus. The
Or
old
handball.
discus.
Or handball.
I was more meaning just because it's a launch. You just do a little
Uh,
spin and you launch it.
I remember playing as Donkey Kong and Mario and Sonic both the Olympic Games and fucking doing the hammer throw. Oh yeah, nostalgic. But yeah, this is.
It's fine. But yeah, this is, and because now the funny thing to me is the way that this thread is angled. It's like you're killing my kids. It's that like fucking. It's like the other week when they had Mason, who is Varney's 18-year-old boyfriend, and she's 15. Someone's like, "Are we promoting underage fucking noncery now?" Obviously, with not that wording, but that's basically the same thing. Are we actually promoting this? No, we're not promoting it. We're not saying it's a good thing. And obviously, depressed people. Some of them are lunatics. I'll be real with you. I've been a depressed lunatic in my life. It happens. We've all been there. Oh shit, it's fucking 5 a.m. I've spent the whole night fucking ripping up bits of paper and burning them all. Sound. Great times. But like I also don't understand. Like, look, at the end of the day, Bianca's not a poster child for depression. She isn't being viewed as a fucking this is depression. Bianca is a fucking different beast entirely. She is a really kind of loud, obnoxious
You know.
woman.
You know.
And her dealing with depression is a lot different than literally anyone else.
How I describe it, it's just say for instance, in the news it says disabled man shoots 5 kids. It's then obviously people can go, well, that means all disabled people are mentalists, and it's like no, it's not. One doesn't like equal to all. Um,
Yeah.
it's basically again, sorry to bring this person up, but it's like Chris Tyson, where everyone went trans people are all pedos, and it's like you're judging one and then you're judging the entire community. That's like jumping on a trampoline and somehow
You're seeing
overshooting.
you're seeing a culprit and you decide that it's suddenly a cause, and it's like that's just not true. It's just not
There is
true.
obviously like mentalists in every community. Let's be real. There is mentalists in every. I know that might not be the politically correct term, but that's how I describe them. Like there is absolutely nutters in literally any community you go to.
Nutters everywhere, yeah.
My favorite example is and like people are making fun of this guy, but I'm like, he was in the army. Have you ever heard the story of the guy who was a furry? Like he retired from the army and came out as a furry. Like there was this American soldier. He like served like 20 or 30 years in the army. He retired and then he came out and went, "Yeah, guys, I'm a furry." The people went, "Bloody hell, America's like army smoke." And I'm like, "Don't fuck with him. He's been in the army. He'd fuck you up." Like I know he's a furry, but he'd fuck
If he
you up.
wants to wear a fucking tail, he can wear a fucking tail.
Like he had
Let him be.
He had a full furry suit. I'm like, "Don't fuck with him. He's in the fucking army. He'd fuck you up." But yeah, that is one of my favorite stories. Is him actually just like like killing people and then just like just fucking being a dog.
Raggy.
Raggy.
Well, I'm not sure why people publicly come out as furries.
Online publicity, I guess.
Like, I'm not. Look, all right. I admit a lot of things. If I'm a furry, I'm keeping that shit to myself. You know what I mean?
But yeah, it's just there's all sorts of people, and one again, like I said before, one person does not equal to all. if one of your 5 friends kills someone, doesn't mean all your friends are killers. It just means one of them is. It's just, again, people like to just throw things at them. It's like if we judged autism just purely because of Ash has autism. We just judged everyone who has autism based on Ash. That's not going to work.
Exactly. And because I am great and thriving, I am a description of every autistic person ever, and everybody should aspire to be like me.
But yeah, I'll read the thread now. Depressed people are lunatics now. This is this is a great username. Amazing Chocolate 140. As someone who suffered with depression on and off for years, I have to say I'm pretty pissed off at the whole Bianca Reese cat storyline. Okay, so Bianca's depressed. Excuse me. Does that mean she automatically turns into a raving lunatic? She has fair, genuine concerns about Reese, but because she has depression, her worries will be written off. No one will trust anything she says because she's a depressive woman. Hysterically rambling nonsense. I just hate the way this is being portrayed. It's not fair and it's not realistic. I mean, it is realistic because you've seen some mental people. You've seen mental people will go off the rails and fucking start believing in shit they don't believe in. I know we all know Reese is a killer, but you have to admit, like, if you have depression, you're gonna believe in some shit.
So it depends how far down your mental health is, I guess. But I don't necessarily think I don't think Bianca's not being believed. But I will say I don't know how Reese has pulled the wool over everybody's eyes. Like
Just a lovely
Reese
guy.
is a shitter. What, he's not fucking done anything to convince people that he's innocent. It's just they just don't expect that he would have killed anyone. And because Sonia's taken the rap for it, they just go, ah, well, guess he probably just didn't do it, did he? Like, it's one of those weird things where I think it's just because everybody's rallied around him. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, Reese is sound. But also, he's not fucking. He's still a murderer. And I don't know why everybody, like, oh, go on, Reese. It's all right, man. He's just a tragic thing. Is it fair? I don't think people don't disbelieve Bianca because she's depressed. People disbelieve Bianca because what she's saying goes against everything that has seemingly been established. Like, Sonia's been arrested for the murder. They wouldn't arrest Sonia if there wasn't reasonable evidence. Reese got off scot-free, so she's been sent to prison. She must have done the murder. Like, that's why she's not being believed. Because she believes the opposite of that. That's my take on it. It's not because she's depressed. It's not because of that. I do think that, I mean, once again, let's just remind everybody, Bianca is hysterical at the best of times. Bianca will create a scene at the drop of a fucking hat. Obviously, we've been rewatching the Christmas episodes on stream because of us preparing to make a video. But, like, there is one Christmas where she gets upset because Terry doesn't notice that she's dressed up in a dress for him. So she fucking starts screaming and causes a food fight and tells everybody to get the fuck out. Like, Bianca is extra. But I do think the depression probably would isolate more of these instances and make them a bit more reasonable. But she didn't smash the car because she's depressed. She smashed the car because she's fucking fuming at Reese being out on the street.
I did laugh, like, this. I'm editing Christmas 2013, and it's generally a scene like when we're talking about Vicky and Bianca, and then Ash just goes, Vicky making me go, just fucking starts woofing. Like,
Good old Nikki.
Can you give us an example very quickly?
She put that dog in me.
Exactly, that's what he meant, like, in the fucking episode. It's hopefully in the intro to the video that you'll see. It's just us. I said something I shouldn't have said, but I fucking said it. But I'll read on.
Don't remember what that is, but yes.
Not realistic from personal experience. Most people with mental health issues are automatically disregarded because apparently nothing they say could ever possibly be true. It's stranger given how it wasn't that long ago half the square thought Reese had done it, and before that they were all warning Sonia it was a walking red flag. But now everyone seems to be on his side. I don't think they're on his side. They're just supporting him because his girlfriend is in prison for a murder she didn't do.
Yeah, like they're not necessarily. I don't think anybody's on Reese's side, but they are just there because of Sonia.
Um, in my opinion, Bianca is known for her hysterics typically. Depression amplifies emotions, etc. So in a way, it's very realistic as it has just heightened how she is. I think it's more
Yeah,
about the square supporting Sonia than him. Even Martin said today about trusting her faith in Reese. Yeah, we know it's not correct, but everyone wants to believe the best in Sonia, so he's getting that goodwill by association. That's how I see it too.
yeah, decent comment, fair play, fucking nailed it.
She was always over the top and getting into trouble. Multiple brushes with the law, stints inside, and acting on impulse. Her depression and anger at Sonia's unfair arrest, why is she out on bail, has caused her to become more erratic. Like she's just got no impulse control. I'm watching the iPlayer episodes at the moment as she ends up part of a group that set fire to Ian's restaurant. It's all in the character for her. And the depression diagnosis is just a way for people not to believe her. You can't get bail for murder. Thanks, you didn't know that. Seems harsh. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Cause that'd be fucking weird. You just have Mr. Ted Bundy like out in the streets. Oh, what are you doing out of jail, Mr. Ted? Oh, just got
Sure,
bail.
bail in it.
Yeah, just got bail. Got to go back to working the suicide hotlines now. See ya. Which, sorry, I just side on that's a fucking fact that always. It's not funny, but that's a fact that always buckles me that Ted Bundy worked at the suicide hotlines. Or like he worked a hotline like fucking thing. Sonia's inside having a cuppa, happy feeling the fight left behind by Chrissy's being released.
Yeah, Sonia's running that fucking prison. I guarantee it. She's not.
Also, as someone who suffers with depression and alcohol problems, maybe I'm sensitive to it. The episode was with her at the fake, like it felt like she was using alcohol as a bit of a reactive clutch, which then obviously can lead to erratic behaviour and such. Can't be realistic for everyone with depression, but it's realistic for some. Everyone's depression is going to be different to another person. Let's be real. Like my depression is going to be different to Ash's.
I mean, as someone who has suffered depression, you obviously people don't. You never drink if you're depressed. It fucks you up too much. Like there are some days where I'll be on a night out, and the morning after it's just a fucking full-on crisis because I'm like, I feel so worthless. But yeah, like some people will use alcohol as a crutch. That's entirely plausible. So, but yeah, like I don't think, as said before, this isn't your typical depiction of depression though. This is Bianca.
This is what I think as well. It's not necessarily representative of the average person with depression, but it feels accurate to what would Bianca be like if she had depression. I quite like that they haven't gone with the stereotypical crying a lot at home, alone, to be honest. From a personal point of view, when I was depressed, I did engage in substance abuse and out of ordinary behaviour. The fact that you call it lunatic behaviour sounds like a you issue, to be honest. To be fair, whenever my depression spikes, I go proper haywire. That's when I know it's bad again. Yeah, I can believe that. I did the same thing. It was late last year. Sure, seemed concerned. Bobby and Freddie dancing like they were having a seizure, according to Eve. Me and my brother both suffered from epilepsy and even thought it was a tad disrespectful. Bloody can't say anything these days.
Fair enough.
Her behaviour seems more in line with bipolar issues. Depression doesn't technically give you motivation to throw bricks or start screaming loudly in public that someone is a murderer. Again, depends on the person. Let's be real. It's absolutely not fair, but I wouldn't say it's unrealistic. Lunatic isn't exactly a kind word to describe mental illness. She's displaying.
Yeah, but no. Oh, fucking hell. She's describing Bianca's actions, not depression.
I've got to read this thread. I'm sorry. She's displaying one possible kind of behaviour amongst infinite possibilities. That's not my word. Rather, that's how they're portraying her and how others are seeing her. She's really not. She's actively plotting against Reese, and she has moments of regret. She's always a bit of a loose cannon.
Pretty much, loose cannon's the best word for Bianca, and that's probably where we just slowly rattle out this video. Yeah. It would be quite harmful to describe, like I said, it would be pretty harmful to describe depressed people as lunatics, as they're not. We all have our struggles. But it is an apt word to describe Bianca's behavior. She kissed Martin. She fucking threw a rock which landed in Reese's car. She's crying wolf in a sense where, oh, Sonia's innocent, blah blah blah. I'm gonna fucking solve this. Fuck you. She's being erratic. She's showing erratic behavior. But like, no, this person isn't describing depressed people as a lunatic. This person is saying how the depiction of Bianca's depression is a bit fucking off, considering people who have suffered with depression, you may not deal with the same things. But yeah, it's an interesting thread. It's good to know that people do generally understand that Bianca is a bit of a wild character anyways. So people aren't exactly startled at Bianca being, as we said before, a loose cannon. So yeah, interesting little video. This has all been streamed live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Watching Walford. If you want to join in during the live recordings, we stream Monday and Thursday. But all in all, tell us what you think about this video in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Join us in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.